I have a wide variety of perennials planted throughout my property, and they give me beautiful flowers year after year. But I'm always reluctant to cut them because they look so beautiful in the landscape. So I've decided to start my own cutting garden right here in this raised bed, and I'm going to use all perennials. Now, I've already checked the sun exposure in my raised bed, and I've got full sun, which is a good thing. So I've picked a variety of sun-loving perennials that I'm going to be able to cut throughout the growing season and make beautiful bouquets to bring a little bit of the outdoors inside my house. There are a couple of things you need to keep in mind when you're planning your own perennial cutting garden. Less is more. So it's much better to plant a lot of a few varieties than a little bit of many different varieties. I've managed to tame myself and only pick a few different varieties for this raised bed. And the first thing I'm going to plant is a delphinium. Now, the delphinium is a huge flowering plant, and it's going to grow up to 6 feet tall. So I'm placing it right here in the back of my raised bed so that as it grows, it's not going to shadow any of the other plants that are growing in my garden. The next plant I'm going to plant is a Shasta daisy plant, and this is just one of my favorite flowers. I love daisies. A lot of people in my family actually love daisies, so it's kind of a family plant. So I'm going to plant it right here. The next plant I'm going to plant here is called a coreopsis, and look at it, it already is flowering. There are tons of buds here, and I know that when I plant this plant, it's just going to start thriving and taking all of the nutrients from this bed, and I'm going to water it very generously, and it's just going to give me tons of blooms this whole summer. I've taken some echinacea out and transplanted it here in my perennial cutting garden. It's going to grow to be about 24 inches tall, so it's not going to overshadow any of the other plants that I have planted here. And it's going to give me these beautiful purple cone flowers that are actually edible. Well, I've heavily watered my perennials here in my cutting garden, and I can't wait to make my first bouquet. I'm Patty Moreno, the Garden Girl. Thanks for watching. Want to try a pair of my Polina vegan gardening gloves? Well, click the link on the page and purchase your own today.